Yes, talk about time. A little bit about having a local kid sign in and being here with you guys.
Sure, we're excited about it. There's no secret he's a phenomenal player, big-time athlete, and he's going to be someone that we could utilize in a lot of different positions. And obviously, being a local kid, you add him with Ritter, and hopefully that'll be something that our local fans can relate to. Having a winning program with local kids, that should be a major attraction in town.
He said you called him the night after your press conference. Just how important was it to hop on the phone with him as soon as possible?
Oh, really important. Coach Gipp gets a lot of credit for recruiting Ty. I think the previous staff had started to do some work, and when I made some contact with those coaches through the interview process, I kind of asked, what's something I need to do, and I think one of the first things Gipp said was you need to call and offer Ty Freeman. So it ended up working out for us, and he's doing us a huge favor. I think he committed to us a couple hours after I was a coach. I mean, it's not like I can sit here and say we did this and did that. I think he's doing us a huge favor, and we appreciate it.
How exciting is that athleticism he has, just jumping out of the gym?
Well, very. I mean, for me, he's going to be a good defender, right? or we're not going to see him jump out of the gym. But he's really athletic, and we need to become more athletic. I think that's something that if we want to win this league, we've got to figure out a way to match some skill with more athleticism than what most have, and I think he's one of those guys.
It seems like him with the rest of the guys, especially on social media, just some of the new guys that are signing on, just trying to kind of building more of the excitement around this program in the future.
Well, recruiting is definitely, I used to say it was a bloodline, but I've learned that from Mike Krzyzewski that communication should be the bloodline. But if communication is the most important thing, recruiting's right behind it. You can't win without good players, and I'm not one of those coaches that can take chicken, what, and make chicken salad, right? So I need some good meat out there. So I think we're doing a good job getting it. I hope, at least on paper, right?
Speaking of communications, has the NCAA communicated with you yet about Ritter?
Yeah, so we have not been on the good side of the waiver process. Josh Hall, Tyreek Dixon will both be out all year, and Jared Ritter will not play until December the 15th, I believe it is, after finals, after grades are posted, and Tulio Da Silva is still no final decision. And once Tulio gets final word, then that process will all be behind us. And again, we're hoping for the best, but we've been on the short end of the stick, which again, there's a lot that goes into those things, and we can't disclose everything, but we feel good about our current team, and we feel good about the future of our program.
I was going to say, that's not really unexpected, is it? With the way kind of everybody came in and the way it's been in the past, I guess.
Right, and the deal is these things just started this fall, because when we were hired here, everyone was still under the impression that you can't do a waiver.
Right.
So we just threw our name in the hat, but we always planned on that scenario happening.
And to see the other ones that have kind of gotten approved, have you paid attention to that at all? Just kind of frustrated about your situation?
No, because you don't know what all's behind that, right? It has to be a extenuating circumstance and a hardship. I'm not praying for a hardship on anybody, so you don't know what's behind that.
Well, talk about what's in front of you guys. You got little Nebraska team up there on Monday.
Well, we've got one of the best teams in the country. There's no doubt. Earlier this year, I said that I thought maybe Western Kentucky would be the best team on our schedule, but this Nebraska team is man, I don't know where they were picked. I think they were picked third or maybe fourth in the Big Ten, but if there are 3 or 4 teams in that league better than them, man, there are some really good teams. This starting 5 that we're about to play against can beat anybody in the country, and they've got a veteran group, skilled group, a tough group, athletic. They can shoot it, and we've really got our hands full on Monday night. So we'll try to go out there and do some things that we think can help us. But this is a really good basketball team about to play.
What do you tell your players? Go up, you lose, nothing to lose, just go play your game?
Oh, we don't ever really talk like that. We just want to continue to try to defend, rebound, take care of the ball. That's what we always talk about. Doesn't really matter about who we're playing. Now, we're going to guard them a little different because of some of the things that they can do. but I'm not into those, I guess, moral. Yeah, I mean, we're going to go up there and play one possession at a time, and try to sneak out more points than them, I guess. But it's a winnable game for us for sure. But we got to play well.
And it's got to be exciting to be up there in Kansas City, taking on, and then facing a Texas Tech team or a Southern Cal team the next day.
I don't know if exciting is the word, but we're looking forward to it. I mean, it's a challenge for sure, and I think that as you can see, through some of the scheduling that we've done since we've been here, as well as what we've committed to already next year, we like to challenge ourselves, and this is going to definitely challenge us. We will see where we are in terms of how we think we can compete in this league, because by the time January, February gets here, the best teams in our league will be teams that can compete, I think, on a neutral court with some of the better teams in the country. So we'll get a pretty good gauge of where we are. And our biggest thing right now is depth. I mean, we could probably go out there and play with our starting five if we defend and rebound and not turn it over. But we've got to be able to do that consistently for 40 minutes, and that's hard without depth, especially at the level that you got to play when you play a Nebraska, Texas Tech, USC. I mean, that's a pretty high level of basketball, especially in November. Yeah.
You'd mentioned recruiting and then communication is the bloodline, but the showcase in your state in Kansas City, and then parlay that with the showcase at Charleston, it has to be wonderful for your program.
It is, and our administration deserves all the credit, because I'm not signing us up to play Nebraska and Florida and UConn and Miami, Florida. So I think for our league should be excited that we're involved. I know our players are, our fans should be, and we will try to put together the best game plan no matter who we're playing. But these are some pretty high, you can't get any better than national championship teams in an exempt. So this Nebraska team has a chance to play into the second and third weekend of the NCAA tournament.
Cook and Gibson have been impressive. Who's impressed you so far the most out of your first couple of games?
Well, I mean, I think it's hard to say just one guy. I think Obadiah Church has done some good things for us. He's been all over the floor for us, as well as Josh Webster. He's really handled the ball well. I think he's 17 assists, 5 turnovers. I think that's probably one of the more impressive stats. The fact that Ryan Krecklow is out there competing, considering his injury, has been impressive as well, because if we had more depth, he'd probably be out right now.
What's he got?
He just got a bruise, inflamed bone in his hip or something. It's going to be all year. So.
Oh, okay. So it's just going to be a nagging kind of thing.
Yeah, just a nagging injury. So, but
I know how that feels.
Yeah. So, but the guys have been good. I mean, we've got a lot of room for improvement, but we'd rather improve 3-0 as opposed to 0-3. Yeah.
Gage Prem, the guy that you were able to get. I've heard that you had to do some last-minute recruiting to make sure you got him.
Well, I mean, Coach Hurl did most of that. We definitely had to put our best foot forward. He is a really good player, and the best part of his game is he understands who he is, and he doesn't have a problem with that. He's a center, and that's so hard for guys to say nowadays. and even on our current team, I think we have guys that don't want to accept the fact that you could be a lot better if you decided to develop this part of your game on a more consistent basis. And he doesn't have that problem, and that's why he's averaging 28 points and 17 rebounds or something like that, and shooting 70% from the floor. So if we've got a chance to get a guy that averages that, shoots that 80% from the line, he's 100 from 3 right now, then yeah, I mean, he's a good get for us. Now, can he do that at this level? I think so, because he understands who he is. He's got high character. He's coachable, and he's not afraid to get down there and mix it up.
Got a bunch of guys who haven't played against high major teams yet. How excited are they, and what's the discussion with them about playing Big Ten, Pac-12 type teams?
I think they're excited. I hope that they are. This is a good event because it's national TV. It's high major. It's in-state, like you guys have talked about. I think they're excited. Their practice, they've been very locked in practice, so obviously they respect their opponent. But it'll be a little different than what they're accustomed to. We're trying to, and we'll do a better job the next 2 days. We're off today, but Saturday and Sunday we're going to have to simulate their length in practice. I don't think our guys quite understand how big this team is, and But I think guys like Keandre Cook and someone else that were Kabir Muhammad, this will be their first time going up against some and Shimon Wojcik and his brother and Jan and all those guys. So a couple of them will be deer in headlights, but hopefully we can get that senior group to get us off to a good start, and hopefully everyone just chips in from there.